been in this line of work as long as I have, you learn to depend on certain rules. Rule number 1, don't trust anyone.
Fuse is a brand new game from INSOMNIAC, and from the very beginning we wanted to build a game that was co-op through and through. This is a game that you can play by yourself, with one friend, 2 friends, or 3 friends, because there are always 4 characters in the game. This is a team of 4 agents who begin the game by going into a base, a US secret base that has gone dark. And there they discover, early on, these experimental weapons powered by an alien substance called Fuse. And when you pick up these weapons, you begin the journey of figuring out what the hell is going on and really chasing this source of Fuse across the globe and beyond. Yet in Fuse, we wanted to go deep versus broad with our weapons. And so we built these 4 upgradable, exotic, combinable weapons that are powered by Fuse. The mag shield, the arc shot, the shatter gun, and the warp rifle. Each of these weapons confers archetypes on the 4 characters who use them. We have Dalton, who uses the mag shield. He's the tank of the group. Naya, who uses the warp rifle, who is the AoE specialist as well as a roguelike flanker because of the invisibility she can unlock. We have Izzy, who uses the shatter gun, and she's the crowd control specialist, but she also unlocks healing beacons later, which makes her a great healer. And then finally we have Jacob, who uses the arc shot, which is great at distant damage dealing, but also later you can unlock a trap function where he can immolate or melt enemies with it. One of the key aspects of the game is that it has a deep progression system. So unlike other third-person shooters, you're earning experience and leveling up and earning skill points, which you can apply to 4 different skill trees, one for each of the characters. And within those skill trees, you'll find abilities that are unique to each of those characters. But it'll take you certainly more than one playthrough to unlock everything in the game. So experiencing the game from 4 different vantage points and unlocking everything is one of my favorite parts of Fuse. We believe that the world has become a much more social place, and so what's cool is that game consoles, PCs, even mobile phones have encouraged this connectivity and certainly have encouraged more co-op. And we, with Fuse, wanted to raise the bar for co-op in terms of providing weapons that don't force co-op down your throat, but simply encourage play together. And we built a lot of mechanisms into the game that make it easy to play co-op, whether it's drop-in, drop-out co-op, split screen or couch co-op, split screen with other players who are online. There are lots of different ways to play together. And when you do play together and use the weapons in combination, we reward you for it in the game. There is humor in the game. It's not the campy slapstick humor that you see in Ratchet and Clank, but it's not the dark, brooding tone that we have in Resistance. It's somewhere in the middle. So in this game, we have lots of dry humor, and it comes out in the emergent dialogue that you hear when you're playing with all 4 characters in the game. The characters don't take themselves completely seriously, but their missions are serious.
Everyone all right?
Yep. That fell on my gun.
We have been working on a Ratchet and Clank movie for a long time, trying to bring it to reality. And finally, we are very happy to be partnering with a couple of fantastic companies who are working on the film right now. But this is an INSOMNIAC-driven endeavor as well, in that TJ Fixman, our writer on Ratchet and Clank, actually wrote the script. We're involved in animation oversight and certainly have a lot of creative input into how the movie is progressing. Ratchet and Clank has always been a game or franchise about exploring this made-up universe. And because that universe doesn't have any rules, it gave us a lot of freedom to come up with ideas for the movie and for TJ to write the script. I think also we have an audience that is passionate about Ratchet and Clank, who has grown up with Ratchet and Clank. And so for us, it was kind of a no-brainer to go there and deliver sort of Ratchet and Clank on the big screen.
Enforcer! Get to the door!
Guys, this is not our fight anymore.
That foot!